Hey guys, this is Jamie. So today I want to talk about something which hasn't been discussed as much, and I do realize that by talking about this, I'm raising awareness. But obviously, J.K. Rowling has been on my nerves, has been on everyone's nerves. If you actually think that being human is normal to be human, and her transphobia has been sort of rampant. Um, I've just seen a bunch of tweets, and obviously she had a New Year party recently, and it was reported that some celebs showed up. So, for instance, supposedly Rachel Weisz was supposed to, or is supposed to, show up in the new Harry Potter TV show. So Daniel Craig was seen there, like Ed Sheeran, other celebs, but those two were sort of the most discussed ones from what I saw. And I do want to say that obviously this has been confirmed by some locals, has been rejected by other locals, and this made me think about the whole fact that the idea of associating with someone as problematic and how to put this, responsible for the deaths of trans people, for the fact that she's been pushing this transphobic agenda, which has been making trans people break down, obviously, because you just don't take people's medicine away. I do have to say that obviously associating with her means in this at this point in time that you agree with her views or you don't see anything problematic with associating yourself with a problematic person. And I did see a very good point that someone raised, I can't remember where it was, if she has any other sort of issues with any other gender, ethnicity, race, sexuality, background, people wouldn't said, oh, she just has a different opinion, but because it's trans people which are being under attack, and she decided to go on an attack at this random point in time when she started, it was seen as okay, maybe that's her opinion, and she wasn't met with scrutiny. Therefore, this snowballed into this transphobic mess. So I do want to say that obviously we've had an enormous amount of writers, an enormous amount of actors, an enormous amount of celebrities which have said that they want nothing to do with her. It's like the original Harry Potter cast of the movies, and we've had other people like other actors like I don't know Ralph Fiennes. We've had Irvine Welsh, ping pong. We've had Stephen Fry ping pong as well. We've had Margaret Atwood, for instance, say that she supports her, then she said that she doesn't support her. We have a bunch of other writers, Scottish, English, in general, like many which came out as TERFs in order to support her. Specifically in detective Scottish fiction, I think nearly everyone supports her. So there's a lot of obviously pro J.K. Rowling writers and celebrities, and in general, her idea to speak out about transphobia and be openly transphobic kind of, I think, is a massive catalyst for the transphobia we have today everywhere, actually, or in most places which are influenced by British or which influence American and therefore into American culture, which places which touch American culture get influenced by. And I do agree that, for instance, Trump's election gave way to many conservatives speaking out and very sort of hateful speech to be allowed everywhere and let people voice out their hateful opinions. So did J.K. Rowling's transphobia. So I do kind of feel like people don't understand the magnitudes and the harm she has caused. And specifically, like I was reading about hormone blockers, and it's been horrendous that in the UK they've been banned, for instance. But I wanted to talk about the celebrities that associate with her. And I do have to say that obviously, if someone comes out and says, "Oh, I support her," that's just problematic. But for instance, if we have like a rumor that Ed Sheeran or Daniel Craig showed up at her party or were invited and showed up at the party, it's a difficult situation where they're not openly speaking up about it, but at the same time, we don't have proper confirmation, and we're in a weird position of the internet where everyone judges everyone for everything, and very often rightfully so, but obviously every once in a while, people jump sort of ship too quick to defend one and to defend the other. Like we've had the Blake Lively situation. I've even stopped following, to be honest, because I got too confused, and I really never thought of her too highly, or Ryan Reynolds. So I'm sorry, I'm out of my depth of that one, so I'm not gonna pretend that I know what's happening right now. And I do feel like if someone doesn't do a statement, what are we supposed to do um, with great information? Like until we get photos of, in this case, Daniel Craig and Ed Sheeran walking to that party or at that party, we don't know. But at the same time, for instance, Daniel Craig is doing the movie Queer, which is based on Burroughs' novel, and Burroughs is a massive queer figure, and the movie is done by the Italian gay director, and it's something that I'm looking forward to watch. I think it's going to show up in our cinemas as well. But the point is, I caught myself thinking like, okay, but how do I feel about this? Because at the same time, my partner's like, okay, yeah, but you want to watch Conclave with Ralph Fiennes, and I enjoy Ralph Fiennes as an actor. And but when I watch Ralph Fiennes movies, I don't see him as sort of a beacon of good things. Well, when it comes to Daniel Craig, I was kind of very happy with the fact that he has been spoken up about, like he's been playing gay actors and gay characters, and seemed to have some support for gay rights. But obviously, I don't know. Maybe he's transphobic in this case. But again, we don't have a confirmation right now. So that kind of goes into the fact of, do we judge people just on a speck of dust of what we know? Do we judge them in general? Who do we give passes to? And in general, I find this a very sort of interesting, sort of weird relationship we have with celebrities, where we end up choosing like, who do we give a pass, who do we not give a pass, who do we forgive, who do we not forgive, where's the line for us, where's the not line for us. Like for instance, I think like people like Rowling, like absolutely down the gutter. But like if someone, for instance, like supports her, then it's like, to what extent do we remove the art from the artist? And it's a very complicated thing, which I don't even have the answer to, and I don't have a very clear cut opinion very often. And I can, for instance, go really radical on Noel Fielding, but for instance support someone else, or like again, like I said, I want to watch a Ralph Fiennes movie. So it kind of goes into, we're all hypocrites in one way or another. Or like I've seen people, for instance, people who are very transphobic. Like my mother really likes Stephen Fry, and she's homophobic as well, like my mom. Or I've seen like very progressive people talk very, very fondly of Stephen Fry as well. And I'm really neutral on him because I know that he has a great stance on trans things, and I feel iffy about the age difference between him and his husband, but that's just me. So you kind of have, because people are complicated beings, factually, it's heavy to judge a character, but obviously if you do something irredeemable, like J.K. Rowling in this case, then obviously you can't be redeemed. Um, so it goes into that, and just seeing this article and see all the celebrities, I don't care about Ed Sheeran actually, made me think again, sort of that old question in my head, like when do we judge people? When do we stop judging people? Where's our limit? And I guess just to raise awareness a bit on that party happens, and I found that an interesting discussion as well, where people wanted the guest list to be leaked so we could see who's problematic, but at the same time, if someone is hateful behind closed doors, obviously it's a problem, but it's not as big as a problem as someone openly advocating for it. And I feel like we do need to be very heavy handed with people who are factually transphobic. But at the same time, if someone is against something simple as immigrants, for me, it's stupid. You can't be against immigration if you're a reasonable person. But people obviously vote for conservative leaders, for right wingers, just due on the fact that they want stricter borders, stricter immigration, and etc. So obviously everyone has their policies they talk about, policies they don't talk about. Politics are very performative these days, I feel like, as well, when politicians are choosing issues which shouldn't be, in my opinion, for debate, like trans rights. But we're focusing on trans rights more than we are on economic stuff. When I fucking wish we'd go back to politics, which were more about economy, economical decisions, structure, and etc. But unfortunately, we're stuck with identity politics. And therefore, that's why we have to discuss who was on J.K. Rowling's party and if it matters or not. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to do this shortish video today about, to raise awareness about maybe a possible guest list coming up, and the fact that I have no fucking idea what to do about it. I don't like this. I don't like J.K. Rowling, and I really wish she would shut up, but I can't say anything about that. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want to banter with your friends, please feel free to send this video to discuss. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to see more of these, and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment, and yeah, just spread the video. Thank you.